Good afternoon. We're here today to demonstrate the overheating of a low friction strut bearing by wrapping a 20-foot length of polypropylene line around the port prop and shaft of our 25-foot rampone test boat. Heat is generated when the line wraps tight enough to restrict water flowing through the bearing, so the bearing temperature will increase as the line gets tighter. So let's get started. An average successful test usually only takes a few minutes. There's a starting temperature on the port strut. We're going to test 94 degrees. So we'll bump it up in gear here. I'm going to throw the line in the water. The line is drifting back towards the propeller, so hopefully it's just a matter of seconds now before it gets picked up.
There it is.
Yeah, see how the line wrapped between the propeller and the strut, just like it always does. It depends on how tight it is to cause the overheating. I'm trying to get it tight. There it goes. Whoa. It cut it off. It must have got into the other side. Spurs are on the starboard side. Oh, really? It went up?
Yeah.
Good. That's a good test. 7 degrees is all it takes to melt. Good. That's a good one, man. Hold on a second. I'm putting another piece of line in there. There we go. It ought to go even higher now. Hey, there we go. That's 10 degrees difference. That's a good test. We'll rev it up and try to get a little more, but no, it's coming down even, huh? It's funny, sometimes the temperature comes back down after the initial time wrap. You feel that vibration?
That's good.
That's not good. Bring it down, yeah. We don't want to break nothing. I was just going to mention that was a good test, and a 10-degree difference between the water temperature and the port strut bearing temperature would indicate that the line melted. And after removing so many melted lines underwater, it became obvious that there was a need for this product, and a heat sensor on struts would indicate to captains that they have an impending problem. To protect the bearings from damage that would otherwise go undetected, I was just going to show a few examples that I found underwater as a commercial diver here in Fort Lauderdale off of yachts that line cutters do break, even though they are very beneficial in the long run. They do complement the use of strut sensors. This indicates that a lot of heat does take place down there when you wrap a fish net. And several examples of line that I found on my customers' yachts. A piece of wire, overheating bearing, an overheated bearing where the rubber popped out of the shell, and worn out bearings that wrap lines. Some more little examples of monofilament line, fish nets, and some tests that we made in the past here on this boat, showing all the melted nylon lines. About a dozen tests we did on this boat last year. And some bigger examples of melted lines. And that's about it.